Welcome everyone, my name is Gayle and I'm so glad you're here joining me. This practice is going to prepare you for a deep and restful sleep. And most of us know how important sleep is, but how elusive sometimes it can be, either because we're so busy that we work late into the night, or we're stressed out and we have trouble letting our mind relax. But sleep is is our time to repair and restore and rejuvenate. And it's really important to take advantage of making time to have at least 7 or 8 hours of sleep. Even if you think you need less, it's like really kind of need that sleep. And so this is going to be a great way to ease yourself into being relaxed after your day and prepare yourself for a deep and restful sleep. So let's just start resting our hands on our knees, closing your eyes, and focus on your breath. Moving in and out softly and gently. Just tapping into the sensation, the fullness of your breath. Feeling your inner body expand with the inhale and release and relax with the exhale. So every inhale, you want to feel this 360-degree spherical spreading of your ribs, opening up through your whole inner body, and releasing and relaxing, releasing stressful thoughts, releasing excessive thinking, releasing things that we can't control, and just being present in this moment. So the only thing that feels important is being aware of your breath, being grateful that we have this moment, and feeling the fullness of being alive. And now let's just gently begin to cat-cow. So as you inhale, extend your heart forward, but keep the shoulders reaching back. And as you exhale, pull your heart back, let the shoulders round forward. And continue to glide back and forth. Nice and slowly. Letting your breath lead the way. And then come back to a neutral position and keeping your neck nice and elongated, turn your head over to the right, gazing over your right shoulder, and on your inhale, come back to center. On your exhale, turn your head slowly to the left, gazing over your shoulder. Come back to center, and we'll do that one more time each side. So turn your head to the right, come back to center, turn your head to the left. Come back to center. Lift your left ear up, feeling a stretch on the left side of your neck, but also space on the right side. Come back to center, lift your right ear up. So there's a feeling of being lifted up. Come back to center. Same thing one more time each side. So even though we're lifting up on one side, the other side has to lower, because these are two opposites that work together. But we're kind of pulling against gravity to keep the lift and to keep space in our cervical spine, really in our whole spine. Good, come back to center. Now lift the back of your skull up, like that little notch on the back of your cranium, lift it up, and then lift your chin up. And again, lift the back of the head up, and then switch it, lift the chin up, and lift your left ear up, lift the back of your head up, and lift your right ear up. So we're just going to be going in these semicircles. One more time, each side. And then we'll try and do a complete circle. So left ear lifts up, back of the head lifts, right ear lifts up, chin lifts up. Left ear lifts, Back of the head lifts, right ear lifts, chin lifts, and we'll reverse it. So right ear lifts, back of the head lifts, left ear lifts, chin lifts. One more time. Right ear lifts, back of the head lifts, left ear lifts, chin lifts, and come back to neutral. And just a couple more cat-cows. Back and forth. Come back to center. Place your right hand on the ground. Reach your left arm up and across. Creating a nice arch or arc through your left side and switch sides. One more time each side. Nice full range of motion. Keeping it soft. And come back to center. Reach both arms up. Bring the back of your hands together. Let your shoulders lift up. Keep this nice elongation through your spine. A little smile through your heart. And on your exhale, twist to your left, right. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist to the left. One more time each side, keeping the length. Lift. And twist to the left. This time when you twist, fully twist and then let your arms float down. Inhale, reach up again, twist, exhale, let your arms float down. One more time, inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Inhale, back up. Interlace your fingers, reach the palms up and back, and then over to the left, back through center, over to the right, back through center. Let your arms float down. And just take a moment to relax. And let's come onto our hands and knees and tabletop. Open your knees a couple inches apart, or 5 or 6 inches, however wide you want. Settle your hips back to your heels. You can always place a blanket underneath your legs or in between your leg, the upper leg and the lower leg. Let your forehead rest on the floor or on a block. Let your hips relax towards your heels. And find that full body, that whole body breathing, so that you feel this big spherical action, big inner expansion that literally lifts your ribs up, literally like you feel a movement in your body just from your breath. On your next inhale, round your spine, come forward. And on your exhale, lift your hips and glide back. So inhale, round forward. Exhale, glide back. And just continue this nice, soft, flowing motion, wave-like action in your spine. Feel the whole vertebrae, the whole of your vertebrae moving with your breath, with the motion. And rest in child's pose once again. Relax. And then come on to your forearms. Walk your knees back. And just slide your way into Sphinx pose for a couple of breaths. Letting your low back lengthen and open. Finding a lift through your chest. And rest your forehead on the back of your hands. Bring your knees up and gently windshield wiper your legs from side to side. Moving slowly. And then see if you can slow it down a little bit more. Good. Come back to center. Lower your feet to the floor. Pick your right leg up and start to lift your right hip to swing your right leg behind you. So your right shoulder is going to lift Your right leg can move behind you. Now you can keep your legs straight here and reach out through your toes. You could experiment with bending your knee and stretching your knee back. Finding just the right amount of effort so that you don't get any cramps. And you'll most likely feel a stretch on the underside of your left shoulder. And roll back onto your belly. We'll try the same thing other side. Reach your left leg up, stack your hips. You can let that left shoulder reach up and then reach your left leg behind you. Maybe bend your knee if you would like. Slowly come back onto your belly. Bring your hands by your sides. Lift up through your shoulders and just a little baby cobra. Lifting and lowering. Finding that undulating movement with your upper body. Last one. And stretch back towards child's pose, but tuck your toes and lift up to downward facing dog. Walk your feet forward to your hands, widen your feet so you can come into a squat. Nice, easy, gentle squat. Press your elbows into your knees. Let your head relax. Maybe a little gentle rocking motion here. And gently and slowly lower your hips to the floor. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little gentle squeeze. And stretch your left leg out. Take your left hand to your right knee and stretch your right arm over your head. And then we'll just switch hands. So bring your right hand to your right knee, stretch your left arm over your head. And bring your left hand back to your knee. Interlace your fingers on the back of your right leg and straighten that leg. Straighten your right leg as much as you can. And do little circles with your ankle. Both directions. Now release your hands, float your right leg down, all the way to the ground, nice and slowly. And hug your left knee into your chest. Good. Stretch your left arm over your head as you use your right hand to keep hugging that left knee in. Reach out through your fingers and your toes. Then bring your left hand back to your knees, stretch your right arm over your head. Nice and long elongation from your fingers to your toes. Good. Bring your right hand back to your right leg and slide your hands behind your leg and straighten that left leg as much as you can. And release your hands, let your leg float down. Slowly, all the way to the ground. Bend your right knee, bring your right leg back up. Shift your hips a little bit to the right. And you might even want to move your whole body a little bit to the right if you want. And take your left hand to the outside of either your right foot or anywhere you can reach along the outside of your right leg. Then start to bring your right leg across your body all the way to the floor on your left side. Open your right arm out to the right and let your right shoulder relax toward the ground. Now there's a good chance that that right shoulder won't be all the way to the floor yet. Or it might not get all the way to the floor in this practice. But just think of relaxing your shoulder. Instead of thinking of forcing your shoulder down, think of relaxing your shoulder down. We'll just stay here for a few breaths. Layer by layer, discovering new levels of relaxation. Let your shoulders relax. Let every cell in your body relax and feel a sense of a sweet, soft energy. Now to come back up, or to bring your leg back up, I should say, you can either keep holding onto your foot with your hand or let go of your foot. But instead of thinking of, oh, I gotta lift that foot up, which is way away from your body, think that you're just gonna drive your right hip back to the ground. And that action will bring your leg up. Take both hands to either side of your foot and use your right hand to pull the pinky toe side of your foot towards the floor and push up through the big toe mound into your left fingers. Just experiment with your hamstrings and how they're feeling. And release your leg, let it slowly float down. And let your arms float down as well. Now we'll do the other side. So reach your left leg up. Take your right hand wherever you can reach, foot, ankle, calf. Open your left arm out to the side. Shift your hips a little bit to the left and slowly bring your right leg across your body. So you might be able to see that my left shoulder is lifted off the floor. But I'm going to just focus on relaxing, letting go. I'm not going to try and force it down. It's by setting my intention to free up the tension that might be in my body and just allow my shoulder on its own time to relax enough that it either comes closer to the floor or actually comes to the floor. And just let yourself relax here. And keep opening up to new sensations of relaxing. We'll stay here for a few more breaths, preparing for that good night's sleep, preparing to enter the time of darkness, the time of restoration. Now, think of driving your left hip down. You can keep holding your right foot or let it go, but drive the left hip down to come back up. Center your hips, hold your foot with both hands. Press the big toe mounds up into your right hand. Use your left fingers to pull the pinky toe side of your foot downward. Just explore your hamstrings here. Nice, and then release your leg, let it float down as your arms float down. Nice and slowly, so there's no hurry at all. And when your heel touches, just take a breath of complete relaxation. And then hug your knees into your chest. Release your knees, stretch your legs out, and we're just going to do a little short practice of palming, but you can actually palm for as long as you like. So we're going to cup the hands and then rest the hands on the outside of the eyes. So the edges of your hands are sealing off the light. Your eyes are closed and there's no touch on your eyelids. So your hands are cupped, so there's no touching there. And the whole idea here is to relax into the darkness, to give your optic nerve a time to relax, being conscious, consciously letting go, consciously enjoying the darkness, and then allowing yourself to float deeper and deeper into the depth of the blackness, of the darkness, of the unknown, which is most of what's out there or what's in there is unknown. Like the known is a small sliver of the big pie. So see if you can be okay with not knowing everything and letting yourself relax into that. And you could visualize something that is soothing to you. I personally love to do this palming. It's one of the best exercises you can do for your eye health. Because even though a lot of eye exercises where we're actually exercising the muscle of the eyes can be beneficial, what's most beneficial is truly relaxing, letting go, surrendering, seeing without seeing. So seeing in the darkness, seeing the unknown, seeing the magical, diving deep into the imagination and deep into the wisdom that in some ways we already know it all, but in many ways, but in other ways, we don't really barely know anything. But that gives so much opportunity to learn and grow. So I'm going to stay here with you. You're welcome to stay with your hands over your eyes, palming, or to release your hands by your sides. See if you can extend your exhalation a little bit longer. Make your breath a little bit softer. And let your mind be free of thoughts. Even though that's impossible, just the idea of being free of thoughts so that there's less chatter, more stillness, and accepting whatever thoughts do roll through, and let them keep moving onward. And I'm going to let you rest for a few more minutes, just listening to the music. So I'm going to let you rest here on your own for as long as you like. And thank you so much for joining me in this practice. I'm wishing you a very deep and restful sleep. And please leave me a comment. Let me know how you felt, how you feel, if this helped you with having a restful night's sleep. And I look forward to seeing you again next time. Namaste.